over the last 150 years, Franco-Americans have made many contributions to the heritage, culture, and fabric of cities and towns across Western Massachusetts and throughout New England. Last fall, their accomplishments and joie de vivre spirit were recognized with a new monument that stands in the heart of Chicopee's French community. Steve Piltonic shares with us that story.
On October 27th, members of the French Canadian and Franco-American communities gathered in Chicopee for the dedication of a new and much anticipated French monument. The day was the culmination of a dream come true for all French Canadians, but was especially gratifying for Marie Preux-Meter.
We are gathered here today to celebrate and embrace the rich heritage of our forefathers. This is a day for reflection, recognition, and deep gratitude to our ancestors. Hardworking, religious, skilled, determined. These are words often used to describe Franco-Americans. Our ancestors gave us tourtière, maple syrup, hockey, and a beautiful musical French language.
For the past 20 years, Marie has been at the forefront in achieving recognition for the French community. In 2010, she and other parishioners of the former Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary Parish established the French Heritage Center. Marie served as its director for 5 years and contributed to Building a Better Life, the French Canadians in Western Massachusetts, and was the author of Growing Up French, a collection of interviews with Franco-Americans. The center's primary goal was to provide authentic French Canadian events. For 5 years, Assumption Hall was filled with various musicians, lecturers, and other individuals promoting French heritage. One of the entertainers was the French recording artist José Bachon.
Elle a tellement bien compris ce qu'il disait qu'elle ne le quitte plus jamais.
The center's second goal was to raise the Quebec flag at City Hall in Chicopee. In 2022, Marie and her sister Jean Preux-Hebert spearheaded that event, which has become a yearly event celebrating French culture. The center's third and final goal was to erect a Franco-American monument in Aldenville, also called La Petite Canada, which has served as the hub of the French immigrant community for generations. Aldenville Commons, which fronts Grattan Street, was selected for its location and high visibility.
They changed the landscape of Chicopee, Holyoke, Western Mass, and New England by building some of the most magnificent churches, including my beloved Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. So for the past 15 months since the closing, which was the catalyst for the monument, we had the funds in the bank from the French Heritage Center that we had from people attending events, donating money in memory of loved ones, volunteering, and what better way to spend it than have this magnificent monument.
The custom-made monument was carved in India, engraved in Vermont, and its fleur-de-lis design is symbolic of the French presence in Quebec. The 3 closed French parishes in Chicopee are memorialized at the base of the monument, along with St. Rose de Lima, the only remaining French parish. The monument pays tribute to the contributions, accomplishments, and joie de vivre spirit of the French Canadians.
The event is a great point of pride and heritage of the Franco-American communities here in Chicopee and certainly beyond Chicopee. As they say in Canada, je me souviens, I remember.
Father Bill Turigny, now retired, served 22 years as pastor of St. Rose de Lima Parish in Aldenville.
It's a great way to memorialize the great gifts that the Franco-Americans brought to this country. They were able to build schools, build churches, build convents, and to build communities where they brought their talents from plumbing to sheetrock to painting. The entrepreneurial spirit that they had, underlying it all was the great faith that they brought to this country.
As pastor, Father Turigny celebrated many masses in French.
It was always nice to have that comforting word that they grew up with, and people from Canada still come down for some of these French funerals. And for them just to hear Mass in French in this country gives them great comfort and solace.
The guest speaker was author Dennis Ledoux, who drove down from Lewiston, Maine.
I've done this for years to promote Franco culture, promote my books, promote my work, So it's a pleasure to do it. It's work in a way, but in another way, it's just who I am.
Ledoux read various passages from his book, French Boy, about his life growing up in Maine.
In the summer, I would sometimes go with my Meme and Billy and Claire for a walk up Route 9. That was in front of our house. I wanted to be sure that the experience of my generation as a Franco-American was recorded and that future generations would have a sense of what it was like to be me, but not really me, but to be of my generation.
After the monument unveiling, Father Turini gave the blessing.
May this monument, born of love and hard work, be a constant reminder to all who gaze upon it, will remember the great history and innumerable contributions inspired by faith of the Franco-American people.
The dedication concluded with Father Turini leading attendees in the singing of the American and Canadian national anthems. For Real to Real, I'm Steve Kiltonic.